Well, Cat, we almost ready. Look, all I got to do is press record.
I know, huh? If Matt were here, we would be far from ready.
Here, let's you good right now?
Yeah, well,
I can move. Here, wait. Oh, okay. What happened?
if you just put it back down, I'll just jump right there. That way we don't have to mess up with the lines.
Oh, man.
Oh, don't tell me.
It just was good. And then...
Dang it, Matt.
Well, what happened? We could still hear.
You'll probably have to, oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shoot, that's all we need, huh? We don't have the camera ready for today.
What the hell?
Elijah McGuire's going to play basketball? They just put out. Elijah McGuire is set to join Agents basketball team. Now, I cannot believe that they're doing that.
I don't know what happened there. Are you ready?
Let me get set up.
I got to close the window before I can this new up and I be quiet. Push it down to the side like a big hot. Keep it down and my time is boss. Let that new shit. Put your mouth on the top and get boss. She don't get that next one. That's what it is.
Look at these though.
I'm drinking lean and helping sticks. Aluminum, off the street. Never saw we taking bodies.
You put this on. Put this how you want to do it. I'll press record I'm ready.
We want to welcome you to Ascension Episcopal High School as the Blue Gators get ready to take on the Highland Baptist Bears. My name is Brandon Como. Thank you so much for spending your Monday afternoon Martin Luther King holiday with us here. ESPN1420, ESPN1420 YouTube. Steve Peliquin is here as well. He'll be joining me a little bit later on in the broadcast as we'll be rotating here. Basically, I'll be doing the first half for you. Stevie P will be doing the second half of today's broadcast. Again, it's a matchup between Ascension Episcopal and Highland Baptist of New Iberia. Now, Ascension Episcopal coming off of a tough loss, a disappointing loss to Centerville. It was a matchup of two teams, 3-0 in district play going in. But Centerville was able to use strong defense and a strong third quarter to pull away from Ascension and get the 55-38 victory. As a matter of fact, going through a little bit of the scoring here, for the Blue Gators, you had Eric Mutall's son, Eli Mutall, and Ronald Johnson in double figures. But other than that, really the scoring was very low for the Blue Gators. Meanwhile, you had the Bulldogs of Centerville have 3 players in double figures. Only and one other player, as a matter of fact, getting 9 points. So it was a balanced scoring effort from them. But Ascension looking to rebound in this matchup, as that was our road matchup against Centerville. They're now back home in Youngsville. I want to thank our sponsors for the broadcast today. And get those ready for you. CNG Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. CNG Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, committed to preventing comprehensive in-home healthcare services provided by a risk management program. Nursing specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. And in Ted Kerrigan, Sonic Drive-In Restaurants to support Blue Gator basketball, as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kerrigan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Robb, Quick Slants. I want to say a special thank you to him. Their quarterly youth sports magazine covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. And the Ascension Booster Club, call the school if you're interested in becoming a member, or go to their Facebook page. So we're going to go and take a look at the standings here. Go ahead and pull these standings out. Looking at district play again, you have Lafayette Christian Academy and Centerville sitting atop, each 4-0 in district play. Ascension Episcopal right behind at 3-1. Also in the district, you've got, Central Catholic, Gaydon, and Central Catholic and Gaydon are each 1-3 in district play. Vermilion Catholic is 2-2, and Highland Baptist is still winless at 0-4. Matter of fact, let's give you the matchups for today. Highland Baptist is obviously here at Ascension Episcopal. Centerville traveling to Lafayette to take on the Knights of LCA. Hanson on the road to Central Catholic of Morgan City, and Vermilion Catholic is hosting Gaydon. So we're still about 3.5 minutes left to tip off here of today's matchup between Highland Baptist and Ascension Episcopal. So if you missed the game on Friday night at Centerville, it was a contest really. Centerville's got a very young team, so yeah, they've got a team for the future, but as they also showed, they've got a team this year that can be very competitive in district play, and they were by far the best team that we have seen so far of the competition between them and Ascension Episcopal. Now for them, the way that they played defensively to completely shut down Ascension's offense was really a great game plan, and the fact that they double and sometimes triple team Ronald LeBlanc down low and really forced him to the outside, which he's good from the outside, but they're really at their best when they can get it to him and he can work his magic down low and pop it out to his shooters. But the shooters were off as well, and outside of that first district contest against Hanson, the outside shooting has not been completely there for the Blue Gators. They've been able to win in district so far with tough defense, but in this contest, the offense wasn't there, and Centerville was able to knock some shots down from the outside. As a matter of fact, Centerville was able to knock down 6 3-pointers in the game, most of that coming in the first half. And really, there was a point in the game when Ascension was up 17-11, but from that point on, it was all Centerville the rest of the way. As a matter of fact, just to give you an idea of how strong of a second half Centerville had, Ascension Episcopal was down, 26-23 at the half, and Ascension only ended up with 38 points, while Centerville ended up with 53. So it was a balanced scoring effort by Centerville. They were really hitting their outside shots, and were able to work against the multiple defenses that were shown against them by the Blue Gators, and being able to hit those outside shots and then weakening it up with the man-to-man defense, being able to get inside, whether it was man or get inside on the zone defense by Ascension, and be able to get both the inside and the outside game work. So really it was a complete performance by Centerville. That being said, though, Ascension was in it for a while and led for a lot of that first half. So you got to think when Centerville comes down here for the second game of the 2 games that they'll play in district play, you got to like their chances, Ascension's, that it'll be a lot closer of a game there. Got about 40 seconds to go before we tip this game off. A special Martin Luther King Day broadcast for you. Normally this game would be on a Tuesday, but with school being out today, the school started best to be able to go ahead and put the school here on Martin Luther King Day, get it in the midday, and be able to have these kids enjoy their night off as well, and be able to enjoy tomorrow night off, essentially, which is a school day as well. So as I mentioned, Highland Baptist really having a tough year this year. They've only got 2 victories on the season. As a matter of fact, those victories coming against Delcom and let's see here, who's the other one? False River. Delcom and False River on the season, and those are 2 programs that have been struggling as well. So, well, I'm ready to start this basketball game. Let's go and give you the starting lineups. For the Blue Gators, got Eli Mouton, Jake Vascacu, Jake Arsenault, Ronald LeBlanc, and today we've got Patrick Werner coming in for Zach Ronquillo. Ball goes inside to Vascacu, who pitches it on out to Eli Mouton, who drives the basket, but the ball goes out of bounds, so ball goes over to Highland Baptist. Ball inbounded by Highland. Tyler Green with the basketball. As he drives to the rim, is stripped. Eli Mouton comes down the court, gets it over to Werner, who turns the ball over. Three-quarters court press here by the Blue Gators as they go for the trap. Ball thrown out of bounds by Highland. Possession to the Blue Gators. Eli Mouton will dribble the basketball past center court. Get the offense set up and ready to go. Eli Mouton cross-court, dangerous pass to Werner, who gets it inside to LeBlanc, who's able to draw the foul. And this is an area where the Blue Gators have been able to do well early in games, is get LeBlanc going, but there are times later on where he either seems to disappear or they get away from the game plan. But LeBlanc looking to establish himself early on, as he's done in just about all of these district contests so far. LeBlanc with the second of 2 free throws. Free throw goes in and good. Braxton Griffin with the basketball for the Highland Baptist Bears. As they can't get anything going offensively, the defense has 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for Highland. Werner with the basketball. Passes it over to Mouton with a long 3-point shot. Rims out, but Werner gets the rebound, gets it out to Vascacu, who misses as well. Rebound to Ronald LeBlanc, gets it to Baskaku. Turnover. So ball will go back over to Highland. 1-0 early on, 6:17 to go in the first quarter. Griffin brings the ball up the court for the Bears. Griffin guarded by Arsenault. Gets the ball over to Josh Horn. Turnover by Highland. LeBlanc with the dunk. Great job there by LeBlanc, not allowing the defender to mess up his trip to the rim as he gets the emphatic dunk. And another 2 points makes the score 3-0 in favor of the Blue Gators. 5:42 to go here in this opening quarter. Blue Gators playing man-to-man defense here. Shot put up by Highland, no good. Griffin with the basketball and the rebound. Tries to put a move on, gets the ball back to his teammate. Tyler Green putting it up, no good on the basket. Mouton pushes it up court. Gets it over to LeBlanc, who finds Arsenault for the three, just a bit short, but the rebound goes to Werner. Ball tried to work inside to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets it back. Gets it back over to Werner, who gets it to Mouton. Blue Gators trying to find a hole in this 2-3 defense, as they may have here. LeBlanc with the basket. That was a great job by LeBlanc, getting great position and being able to turn and use his height to his advantage. So 3/4 press put on here by the Blue Gators and causes another turnover. So the defense for the Blue Gators here, very good so far. And offensively, Ronald LeBlanc has all of their 5 points. 4:30 and counting to go here in this first quarter. 5-0 in favor of the Blue Gators. Mouton sets up the offense, gets it over to Werner, who gets it to Arsenault, who takes the wide open three, hits the rim and goes out. Mouton with the basketball, mid-range jumper, and it's good. That's 2 points for Eli, who's averaging double figures in points per game here in district play. Josh Horn inbounds it to Griffin. 2-3 zone here, put up by the Blue Gators. Outside shot goes in. That's number 35, Josh Horn, with the long three-point shot. Makes the score 7-3 with 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Eli Mouton thought about taking the three, passed on it. Ball goes over to Werner, who gets it down low to LeBlanc, who puts it up with a quick shot, misses, but follows his rebound with a quick putback. Great aggressiveness there by Ronald LeBlanc, just not giving up on the shot. Makes the score 9-3 Blue Gators. Griffin with the basketball. Gets it down low to Tyler Green. Griffin going to reset the offense up. Gets it back to Horn, who tries to get it down low to Green, who puts up the easy 2-point shot. So good job there by Highland being patient and working it to the big man down low. Eli Mouton with the basketball. Ball worked over to Ronald LeBlanc, who finds a wide open Arsenault. Passes on the shot, but is fouled. Foul will be on Alex Miller, his first of the game. Alex Miller, one of those football players for Highland Baptist, who had a very successful season this past year. Mouton with the basketball. Surveys the defense. Werner gets it back to Mouton, who gets it to Arsenault, who will pass on the three as they work it down low to LeBlanc with the reverse. That's 9 points already for Ronald LeBlanc. 11-5 is your score. Horn with the basketball, double team, There's the trap. It worked beautifully. Here's Eli Mouton going down the court. And Mouton doing a great job, really, once he gets down into the lane of really turning on the quickness and being able to blow by defenders. And that time, wasn't able to get the basket, but possession still in favor of the Blue Gators. Balling down to the Vaskaku. Had two Bears on him and still gets the basket. Again, we've talked about Vaskaku and his toughness that he brings to the Blue Gators, and right there, it was definitely on display. Vaskaku misses the free throw. So 13-5, your score, 150 and counting to go here in the first quarter. John Wyatt Hines checking into the basketball game for Warner. Basket made by Josh Horn. That's his 5th point of the night. Makes the score 13-7 in favor of the Blue Gators. Mouton takes it up the court, passes it over to Hines, who gets it back to Mouton, who passes it down low to an open LeBlanc, who goes for the reverse, doesn't make it, but will get the foul. Foul is going to go on the big man, Kyle Jeffries. That's his first. So Johnson at the line, first of 2, is no good. Excuse me, LeBlanc at the line. LeBlanc going for his 10th point right here. And he gets it. Already in double figures for Ronald LeBlanc. And we haven't even gotten out of the first quarter yet. He will have a seat, however. And Austin Arsenault will come in his place. Griffin with the basketball, sets up the offense. Gets a screen, but really has nowhere to go with it. Tries to take Hines on one-on-one, get in the lane. Was able to get into the lane, but not able to finish. He's got to fix his shoe as Mouton comes down the other end. Drives the middle of the lane, puts up an acrobatic layup, no good. Ball back over to the Bears. Alex Miller takes it up court, gets it over to Griffin. 25 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Near travel there by Green, drives the lane, misses the shot. Ball goes the other way to the Blue Gators. Vaskaku taking it down court, drives middle lane, gets it out to Hines, who misses the open three-point shot. Bears basketball, 5 seconds to go here in this opening quarter, as they're in really no rush to get it down. Has to settle for a long half-court shot, which does not go in. So 14-7 in favor of the Blue Gators over the Highland Baptist Bears. Let's go ahead and give you some sponsors here. C&G Boats. Want to say thank you to them, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home health care needs. Matt Roth Quick Slants, the quarterly youth sports magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. The Ascension Booster Club, call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. So back to action here as Griffin with the basketball for the Bears. 14-7 in favor of the Blue Gators. Man wide open under the rim, under the basket, not able to get it to go for the Bears. Ball goes back the other way. As Vaskaku inside gets the easy basket. So Vaskaku with 4 points on the night. Full full court press here by the Blue Gators results in a turnover. Here's Mouton with the basketball, turns it over himself, wide open the other way go the Bears.
And the shot is good by Tyler Green.
4 points on the night for Green. 16-9 in favor of the Blue Gators. Arsenault with the basketball, gets it down low to LeBlanc, gets it back to Arsenault, passes on the three, drives it down the lane, gets it to a wide open Vasquez. Ball rims out and goes back to the Bears. Griffin with the basketball, challenged by Arsenault, who picked him up 3/4 of the way. Ball stolen by LeBlanc, who gets it, drives it down the court, misses the shot, but did draw the foul on Griffin. That's Griffin's first. And LeBlanc, who is just a matchup nightmare for many of these teams here in District 7 1A, has 10 points and is looking to add a couple of more. First of 2 free throws is good. 11 points on the day for LeBlanc. Make that 12. So LeBlanc easily leads all scorers as the score goes to 18-9 in favor of the Blue Gators. LeBlanc with another steal. Makes the easy 2 once again. 14 points for LeBlanc here. 20-9 is your score.
Bears basket. Made by number 31, Austin Chaponche.
LeBlanc drives it, tries to get another basket, but does not fall. Ball goes over to the Bears. They're looking to push it up the court and catch the Blue Gators in transition, but they just decided better of it, pulling the ball back out. So Griffin with the basketball. Gets it over to Josh Horn, who gets it down low to Charpentier, but no score there. Vasquez with the basketball. Arsenault going to go ahead and drive, puts a spin move on with the beautiful finish. So Arsenault doing a great job there, showing off his moves as he spun through a couple of defenders and was able to finish off the basket as well to try and get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Make that 2 points on the day for Arsenault. Eli Mouton checking back into the ball game. And the free throw is good by Arsenault. Make the score 23-11 in favor of the Blue Gators. Arsenault will go ahead and have a seat on the bench. Pressure defense here by the Blue Gators, making it tough on Griffin to even get the ball past the midcourt line. And here's another turnover. LeBlanc for the alley-oop. And only 2 points for him on the day. Give John Wyatt Hines credit for the assist on that one. 25-11 is your score. And LeBlanc is just absolutely dominating this Bears basketball team. Long three-pointer missed by the Bears. It'll come back the other way. LeBlanc gets another shot at it, and another hook shot goes in for LeBlanc. Blue Gators drop into it looks like a 1-2-2 defense here, or maybe a box and one. But again, they change up those defenses pretty often to keep the opponents confused. And throughout most of district play, it has worked. Ball will be inbounded by Horn for the Bears. Gets it to Griffin. Near turnover. Foul will be called, though, on Hines, who's walking rather gingerly. 27-11 is your score. 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. Griffin with the basketball. Waves off his pick. Cross-court pass. And shot is good by Horn. That's his second three-pointer of the game. Makes the score 27-14 in favor of the Blue Gators. Ball over to Hines, who gets it over to Werner. Luke Kurgan with the basket, drives to the rim, gets the unkind roll, and possession goes to the Bears. Alex Miller taking it past center court. Tries to get it down low to Green. Green going to drive to the lane, passes it back out to Miller. Ball ends up in Griffin's hands for the long three, no good. Miller gets the long rebound. Ball over to Charpentier, who misses the close shot, but is followed by Green. So give Green another 2 points. That's 6 on the night. Blue Gators basketball as Kurgan having a tough time handling it, gets a hold of the ball. Shot put up by Kurgan, no good, but followed by Werner, who makes the shot and will get the foul. Two points for Werner on the night, 2:55 to go here in the second quarter. All your starters coming back in for the Blue Gators. You got Werner at the free throw line for 2. LeBlanc, Arsenault, Mouton, and Vasquez make that one shot because he had made the shot on the floor. So he misses the free throw. Ball goes over to the Bears as they try to break the press to no avail. Another turnover caused by this Blue Gator defense. 29-16 in favor of the Blue Gators. 2:40 to go second quarter. Werner with the basketball, gets it to Vasquez, who gets it back to Werner. Errant pass, saved by LeBlanc. Gets it to Arsenault, who drives the lane. Goes for 2, gets blocked, puts the follow-up, no good. Ball ends up in the hands of Werner, who passes on an open shot. Ball out to Mouton. Open 3, no good. Werner with the rebound near the basket. Tough pass to Arsenault, gets intercepted by Miller. So the Bears with the basketball. 29-16. Feels like the score could be worse, but a couple of three-point shots put up. That one no good, though, by the Bears. Have kind of kept them in it. Mouton with the basketball, looking to make a move. Gets the ball over to Vasquez, gets it over to Arsenault, who misses the shot. Miller will take it back up court for the Bears. Cross-court pass over to Green, gets it to Miller. Nice passing here by the Bears, but results in no basket as Mouton gets the rebound, takes it up the court. Tries to put a move on Green. Green plays good defense, but he finds Kurgan, or Werner, I should say, but Werner not able to handle the basketball. Turnover goes to the Bears. John White Hines getting ready to check in. We would assume it is for. We would assume it's for Werner, and he will be. So in place of Ron Quillo tonight, it's been John White Hines and Werner getting a lot of playing time. Griffin with the basketball, gets over to Miller, who turns the ball over. Good job by Hines of jumping the lane. And will he finish? No, but Mouton will back him up and get the 2. 4 points on the day, on the evening by Mouton. 38 seconds to go here in this first half. 31-16 is your score. Griffin with the basketball as Bears were looking to take the last shot, but Mouton had other ideas. Hines with the basket is good. John White Hines gets on the scoreboard. Gets 2 points of his own. 33-16 in favor of the Blue Gators. Mouton trying to get a strip there. not quite able to complete that process though. And here goes Vasquez with 4 seconds. He has time, and he gets the roll and count the basket. Make that 6 points for Vasquez, make that 35 for the Blue Gators as they lead the Highland Baptist Bears 35-16. Want to thank our sponsors here as we're in this halftime break. Ann and Ted Kurgan, Sonic Drive-In Restaurant, support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Slants, quarterly youth sports magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. The Ascension Booster Club, call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician, providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. So the score at the half is 35-6 in favor of the Blue Gators. Let's go ahead and go through some scoring here for you, as really the story of the night as far as scoring goes. Ronald LeBlanc, the big man, getting out to such a fantastic start for the Blue Gators. Let's see, let's add up his points here. 4, 10, 18 points so far for Ronald LeBlanc as he has scored, done a lot of his damage from the inside, whether it be dunks or really this game getting a chance to see more of his skills around the basket with the hook shot. Really hasn't had to do much from the outside because he's really been able to have his way on the inside. Also, Jake Vasquez. Jake's been that third scorer for the Blue Gators for the past few games, and today putting up a good performance. 6 points for Vasquez, 4 points for Eli Mutah, 3 for Jake Arsenault, John Wyatt Hines, and Patrick Werner each have 2. Again, keep in mind, Werner and Hines getting the start today over Ronquillo. Let's see here. For the Highland Baptist Bears, really it's only 2 players that have scored so far for them. Josh Horn, who's had a couple of 3-point shots. He's got 8 on the day. Tyler Green has 6. So that's your scoring here for the matchup so far between Highland Baptist and Ascension Episcopal. And again, Ascension coming off of that tough loss to Centerville, and that was on the road, so Centerville will pay them back a visit, which I'm sure they're already, they're obviously looking one game at a time, but I'm sure they already can't wait until that game to get a chance to get some revenge on the Bulldogs of Centerville. And really, they've come out tonight, and early on, it took them a while, the Blue Gators, to get the offense going. But once they did, and once they got LeBlanc going, really, it was the buckets became easier and easier to come by. And defensively, where they've made their mark at throughout district play, and how we've been carrying them here on ESPN1420, ESPN1420 YouTube. Defensively, they have been causing turnovers left and right, and again, some of those points, probably almost half of those points by the Bears have come from long 3-point shots. So the defense has been very solid for the Blue Gators today. Now, after this game, Blue Gators will have an extra day to prepare for the Lafayette Christian Academy Knights, who they will play on Friday night. Now, normally the games are set for about 7:15, 7:30, but there will be no JV game in the contest between LCA and Ascension Episcopal. So game time set to begin a little bit after 6. Steve Pelican, who'll be jumping on here in just a minute or two, will have the broadcast for you on Friday night, as LCA is undefeated in district play. Matter of fact, LCA
trying to remember who they take on in district play. Don't have that on me right now, But
Again, they are undefeated. As a matter of fact, they take on Centerville. Both two teams are undefeated in district play at 4-0. So today they're fighting for early first place. 35-16, about midway through the halftime here. As Highland Baptist getting ready to come back on the basketball court. And Eli Mutah on the other side for the Blue Gators, leading his teammates back on so they can begin their warm-ups for the second half. So, all right, Steve, we bring in Steve Peliquin here, and we'll give it to him in just a minute. But I want to get some analysis first from you on this first half.
The key to Ascension winning this game, of course, was Ronald LeBlanc. And LeBlanc, of course, really dominant first half for Ascension Episcopal as he scored 18 first half points. And, you know, there really has been no answer for LeBlanc for Highland Baptist. And understand that Highland Baptist has just been outmanned. You're talking about a team that has only had, two victories all year, one against Falls River and the other against Delcom. And, it's a program that, when we talk about Class A basketball, it really is tough to play because even at the lower classifications, and of course you got Class B and you got Class C, the big sport is basketball. Of course, Class B and Class C schools don't play football. So all of their better athletes do play basketball. When you talk about Class A basketball, you have to wait for football to get through before you get some of their athletes, and then some of the athletes just concentrate on football and elect not to play basketball. So I think that Class A basketball is the most difficult classification to play basketball in. We talk about classifications, of course. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in a couple of weeks with the LHSAA and the classification process. They threw out the 9 classifications, but I think that's only going to be for a length of time. I think what's going to wind up happening, they'll go back to the 9 classifications, or what I really think is going to happen is that they're going to go make the split to the city schools and the rural schools, but we'll see. Ready for second half action. Alex Mutah controls for Highland Baptist. Comes to the near side right wing. Now goes up top to Jumonville. Puts it on the floor, making Joe Horn. Horn comes right wing now to Miller. Miller looking inside. Nothing going there. Mutah's on him. The pass inside for Tyler Green with the layup and good. So Tyler Green gets point number 8 as he scored 6 in the first half. It's 35-18. Other end, Arsenault stops on the far right wing. Now back to Mutah in between the circles. Highland in the 2-3 zone to begin the second half as they've been the whole game. Ronald LeBlanc turnaround jump shot in the paint. That's no good. The rebound comes to Kyle Jeffries and Highland Baptist. 35-18. Blue Gators lead. So they give to Horn on the far left wing. He'll put up an 18-footer and got it to fall. So Josh Horn gets point number 10 of the game for him, and it's 35-20. Other end, Mutah has it in between the circles now. Comes to the near left wing. There's the alley-oop for LeBlanc and got it. Didn't get it flush as he didn't jam it in, but when he was throwing it down, the ball hit the rim a couple of times and then fell through. So LeBlanc with 20 points in the contest, and it's 37-20. Feed inside by Green, knocked away. Horn controls near the mid-court stripe, and out to Miller. Miller in between the circles now. We'll give it to Horn, and now to Green on the near right wing. Green with the dribble drive, shoots it over Mutah. That's no good. Horn with the offensive rebound. The putback is no good. Battle for the rebound on the floor, controlled by LeBlanc. LeBlanc will get it to Mutah. 2-on-2 as Mutah kicks it out to Arsenault. Arsenault fakes the 3. Now we'll drive the baseline. Spin move and the layup up and good. Nice spin move by Jake Arsenault. He has 5 points in the game. It's 39-20 now as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. You are listening to Ascension Episcopal Blue Gator basketball on the ESPN1420 YouTube streaming channel. Miller in the front court comes to the near side corner. Now to Horn. Horn gets it back to Green. Green with the pump fake. Now gets Arsenault up in the air. Now Arsenault blocks the shot. Miller gets it back and the shot is up and good. Make it Green with the basket. So Tyler Green, 4 points in the second half. He has 10 in the game. 39-22. Blue Gators lead. Arsenault with the feed inside to LeBlanc. The layup's good. That's a layup by Arsenault. By LeBlanc, who now has 22, but credit Arsenault with the assist on that. And there's been no answer for Ronald LeBlanc. It's a 19-point Blue Gator lead with 5:13 to go. Green with a long three from the right wing banks it in. I don't think he called backboard, but guess what? Still counts nonetheless. And Green now with 13 points, 7 of them already in the second half. 41-25, Miller, layup good in the paint. And again, they just can't stop him. 24 points, and there's still 4:50 to go in the third quarter. 43-25, of course, he'll probably sit down most of the fourth quarters. I assume the Blue Gators will have a comfortable lead. Give it the high post to Griffin. He had it stripped away, and Mouton will come all the way. Alley-oop for LeBlanc. The tap is no good. Rebound to Green. Green will get it to Alex Miller, and now back to Griffin. Griffin, one of the football stars for Highland Baptist, goes out to Alex Miller on the far left wing, gives it to Green now on the near right wing. Vasquez on him. Man-to-man with the man-to-man defense for Ascension Episcopal. In the corner back to Miller. He gets double teamed, stolen away by LeBlanc. LeBlanc has Horn to beat. He'll go all the way and lay it up and good. Ronald LeBlanc with 26 points with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And again, he's too athletic, he's too quick, he's too tall, he's too lanky. Everything for Highland Baptist. A long three from Horn, and that's no good. That was from about 30 feet out. Shot that one from Broussard. 3:48 to go. In the third quarter, it's 45-25 Blue Gators. Looking to get another district win. As Brandon mentioned, Blue Gators back in action on Friday. It'll be a 6:15 start time against LCA. So again, 6:15 on Friday evening. Mouton will get it to Warner. A three-pointer from the right wing is no good. Rebound to Highland and Green. Make it Miller, who goes to Green. Near right wing, drives the baseline, whistle with a blocking foul, and that will be on Ascension Episcopal. And, I'm sorry, it's going to be on Highland Baptist, as they called the foul on Tyler Green. The officials are going to let them play here in the second half, obviously with a 20-point lead. That's the first foul of the second half on either team, so we'll have a pretty quick half. Other end, John White Hines in the game, back to Mouton, and now to give outside to Brennan Lightfoot. To Mouton. Mouton with the dribble drive, throws it off glass, that's no good. Rebound to Green with 3 minutes left to go in the third period. Green to Miller, and Miller will dribble it into the front court. Now goes to Horn, far left wing, back up top in between the circles now to Miller, and now to Green, near right wing, a long three, front of the iron, no good. Rebound on the floor, stripped away, but knocked out of bounds by Ascension Episcopal. As a pretty nice defensive hustle there by Lightfoot and company, but knocked it out of bounds, so it'll be Highland basketball. Three-pointer from the left wing, that's up and good by Horn. I'll tell you what, Horn's not afraid to shoot it. He's got 13, and it's 45-28. Other end, Luke Kurgan's in the game. Goes to Lightfoot, back to Kurgan. Three-pointer left wing, front of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Austin Arsenault inside, now back outside. With the give to Lightfoot. Feed inside, getting free is Vasquez. Layup, nobody draws the foul. So Ascension at the free throw line with Vasquez. First free throw rolls home. That's now 8 for Vasquez. 47-28, 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Miller in the front court now. For Highland Baptist goes to Alex Miller, and now back to Roxton Miller. Him and Alex Miller play a little pitch and catch. Comes to the near side wing as Ascension switches to the zone defense with a lot of reserves in. Feed inside to Green, knocked away from him and stolen. Kurgan comes away with the basketball. His feed on the right wing is knocked away, but now controlled by John Wyatt Hines. Back to Kurgan. A three-pointer right wing, front of the arc. No. Miller up high for the rebound with 1:38 to go, and now he throws it away as he was looking for Horn down the far left sideline and thrown out of bounds. So 1:37 to go in the third quarter. Gators leading at 47-28. You're listening to the ESPN 1420 YouTube streaming channel. Steve Pelican, Brandon Como with you from Blue Gator Gym. There's a three-pointer, Lightfoot left wing good. Brennan Lightfoot, his first points of the game. It's 50-28 now with 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Broxton Miller into the front court. Now goes to Alex Miller in the left wing. Back to Broxton Miller, near right wing, and now to Green, near side corner. Dribble drive by Green, throws it up and got it to fall. But Green's having a nice game and a nice half. He has 15 points to lead the way for the Bears. Other end, Kurgan goes all the way, layup and good. Feed from Lightfoot, and Luke Kurgan gets his first two. And yeah, right now it's happy hour at Sonic. The Kurgans are celebrating with the little layup by Luke there. Three-pointer from Green, head on, back of the arc, no. Rebound comes out long to Alex Miller. To long three, it's up and good by Josh Horn. Again, he's not scared to shoot the three, and it's 52-33. Highland has actually hit a lot of three-pointers in this game. It's kind of what has kept the game from being a total blowout. As is, it's a 19-point lead. In the paint, turnaround jump shot that's up and no good by Brooks Whittington. And the rebound comes to Highland with 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So Highland basketball as Horn gets it back to Alex Miller and to Broxton Miller. Now in the corner to Green, a fadeaway three-pointer that's no good, and that'll do it. That's the end of three quarters at Ascension Episcopal Gym. Your score, the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators 52 and the Highland Baptist Bears 33. I wanted to say thanks to our many fine sponsors, including C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and their customers, both on the shelf and in deep water. Also, special thanks to Drs. Tony and Rick Leone, proud supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Meanwhile, Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, which is committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout our daily performance. Give Nursing Specialties a call for all your home health care needs. Also, I mentioned them, Ann and Ted Kurgan of Sonic Drive-In Restaurants. They support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Also, Matt Roth of Quick Glance Magazine, a quarterly youth sports magazine covering all of Acadiana's youth sports, and the Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook fan page. Highland Baptist with the basketball to begin the third quarter. It's kind of hard to type in backwards. That's why Brandon's doing this while. Oh, now we're doing it. Highland Baptist with the basketball as Miller has it. Now goes head on with the give to Cameron DeQueer, who's in the game. Shot up inside is no good, and it's run down by Eli Mouton. So Mouton with the basketball, a 19-point Blue Gator lead. Vasquez near right wing to Arsenal, feed down low to Ronald LeBlanc, the layup's good. Well, he got in a position where either he's gonna score the basket or he's gonna get fouled. DeQueer with the basketball for Highland Baptist, and he'll shoot up a long three, front of the iron, no good. Rebound Ronald LeBlanc. LeBlanc to Eli Mouton. 7 minutes to go. It's a 21-point Blue Gator lead. Now it comes to Warner, near left wing, back up top to Mouton. Mouton goes right wing now to Vasquez. Feed inside to Arsenault, down low to LeBlanc and to Warner. Three-pointer left wing, yes. Patrick Warner has 5, and now Eric Mouton will clear his bench as the Blue Gators will bring in 5 new players. They'll probably play for the remainder of the game with 6.5 minutes to go. DeQueer goes to Miller. Now back inside the circles to DeQueer. He'll shoot a long 3, front of the iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Charpentier. And the rebound to Ronald LeBlanc. To Eli Mouton. And again, the Blue Gators are well on their way to a victory here. The only thing that's in question is the final score. But this will be the Blue Gators, correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, 4th district win?
Yep, 4-1.
4-1, that's what counts. And now Arsenal near left wing. Give it the high post to Warner. Inside to LeBlanc, layup good. And that's 30 for LeBlanc. And trust me, you're not worried about, if you're coaching your player, you're not worried about how many points a guy has right now. As a matter of fact, the Blue Gators had their reserves at the scorers table in case, you do NBA math that way and you look at it probably a 60-point game. And again, there was just no match for LeBlanc for Highland Baptist out there this afternoon. And we see this afternoon, Martin Luther King Day. No school today, so they're playing a special afternoon game. Both coaches agreed on it. Played an afternoon game, give them a time to relax an extra day. There's a long 3-pointer by Charpentier that's no good. The rebound is put up and in that time by Kyle Jeffries. I think it's his first points of the game. It's 59-35 now. Into the front court comes Ascension Episcopal. Lightfoot comes to Kurgan near left wing. Now back up top to Lightfoot. Now to John Wyatt Hines for right wing. Hines up top now to Kurgan. Kurgan comes left wing to Lightfoot. Lightfoot to Hines. And now right wing to Kurgan. There's the give down low. That's Whittington. Gets it back outside to Hines and up top to Lightfoot to Kurgan. 3-pointer right wing. Good. Luke Kurgan with a 3. Wacky packs for everybody at Sonic. As Kurgan nails the 3, he has 5 in the game. As you can tell, I am a big Sonic fan. And Gary Wilkerson, who does, that's a walk that wasn't called. And like I said, the officials are going to let him play. When I tell you he took 4 steps without putting up a dribble, he did.
You can get away with that in the NBA, huh?
My goodness, 3-pointer. Then Kurgan nails another one. 2 wacky packs for everybody. And now we have just a quick timeout that's not even going to result in the timeout. They just calling it to stop the clock. So Kurgan has 8 points as he nails 2 threes. Here in the final quarter, it's 65-35. DeQueer in the front court for Highland Baptist. Comes near right wing to Miller, now down low to Green. There comes the double team as Green fades away over a couple of Gators. Missed a shot, offensive rebound, put back up and in by Horn. Horn's the leading scorer for the Bears. He has 18 with a nice putback that time. Lightfoot to Kurgan, looking down low for Arsenault, and it's kicked out of bounds by Green, so it'll be Blue Gator basketball. And now they're really clearing their bench. As I hope I have everybody listening. That's Evan Bournett in the game. He's wearing number 14. And I apologize, number 12 has a basketball, and I have no idea who he is. It's a 3-pointer from the right wing, that's no good. And again, Eric Mouton playing some of his JV players here in this game. Now Green has it on the far right wing, up top to DeQueer. Now to Horn, a 3-pointer, back of the iron, no. And the rebound comes to Ascension and Stonewall Johnson, who saw some minutes last Tuesday in the matchup against Vermilion Catholic. Barnett with the basketball, comes left wing, 3-pointer, back of the iron, that's no good. Rebound, no, well, there won't be one. Whittington was looking to run it down, and it went off his foot, out of bounds, so it'll be Highland Baptist basketball. I'll be with you Friday night. Brandon apparently thinks a wedding's important to something, so he won't be here, but Ascension Episcopal will be taking on LCA Lafayette Christian Academy. 6:15 Friday evening. Horn another 3 and an out no good. Horn has yet to see a shot he doesn't like. So Blue Gators leading at 65-37 with the basketball now. As Barnett comes to the front court, gives it off in between the circles. Back to Barnett on the far right wing. And Barnett will take a 3 from the right wing, back of the iron. Oh, I thought it was going in. Boy, it looked good when it left his hand. Just a little bit long. 2:10 to go. Blue Gators leading at 65-37. The queer to Horn. Horn looking inside. Nothing going there. Comes cross court now to Miller and now to Green in the corner. Green will fake the 3. Now will take it. No good. Horn kept it alive and saved it to the queer. The queer will come to Miller. He'll shoot a 2-pointer from about 18 feet away, right wing, no good. The putback, however, is up and good by Kyle Jeffries. So Jeffries has 4, both buckets in the second half. 65-39, under a minute and 40 to go. Barnett comes near left wing, now back to Barnett. Barnett in between the circles. Now will come right wing with the give to Winnington. Now back to Barnett. Comes left wing with a minute and 22 to go. 3-pointer from that left wing, off glass and good. And that's the young man who's not on our scorebook. We apologize. We make sure that the next game will definitely be on there, but it's 68-39. 8th grader, I do know that. And now, substitution, Luke Kurgan checks back in for Ascension Episcopal. As we approach the 1-minute mark, it's 68-39, Blue Gators with the lead. And now Kurgan in the front court. Goes to Barnett, now back to Kurgan. Kurgan in between the circles, goes to Barnett. 3-pointer right wing, that's an air ball, no good, shot it over everything. And Green comes away with it with 45 seconds to go. Blue Gators will move to 4-1 as Horn shoots a 3, that's no good. Johnson kept it alive but knocked it out of bounds. So it'll be Highland Baptist basketball with 35 seconds to go. As Brooks Whittington checks back in for Ascension Episcopal, replacing Austin Arsenault. Again, with 35 seconds to go, Horn, he'll shoot it and nail it. Horn says, give it to me. I'm not scared to shoot it. 68-42. Another 3-pointer taken by Barnett. That's no good. Rebound comes out long and controlled by Ascension Episcopal. 3-pointer in the corner. Good! That's the little 8th grader again that hit another 3-pointer. 71-42. And Highland Horn will jack up. No, he tried to throw it inside. It's stolen away, and that's a basketball game. The Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators victorious here this afternoon as they defeat the Highland Baptist Bears by the final score of 71-42. Ascension Episcopal now 4-1 in district play. Highland Baptist remains winless in district play. Player of the game, Ronald LeBlanc. Just, Highland Baptist did not have an answer for him as LeBlanc finishes with 30 points. That's a season, and I would surmise also a career high for him as well, but don't hold me to that. I do know it is a season high. But again, Ascension Episcopal victorious here this afternoon as they win it by the final score of 71-42. Let me run down the sponsors before I tell you about our next broadcast. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Also, Doctors Tony and Rick Leone, proud supporters of Blue Gator athletics as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Also, Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties committed to providing comprehensive in-home health care services Guided by a risk management program, Nursing Specialties is committed to recognize and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give Nursing Specialties a call for all your home health care needs. Also, Ann and Kid Kurgan, Sonic Drive-In Restaurant, support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Kid Kurgan for their support of Ascension Episcopal Athletics. Also, Matt Roth, Quick Slants, quarterly youth sports magazine covering all of Acadiana's youth sports, and the Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook fan page. That's going to wrap it up for us. Next broadcast Friday right here on the ESPN1420 YouTube streaming channel as Ascension Episcopal takes on the Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. We're expecting to be for a 6:15 tip, but again, a girls game beforehand, so possible we could be starting later, but plan on being here at 6:15 at the gym and get here early. We're expecting a big crowd. That's Friday night, again, 6:15 against LCA, but that's going to wrap it up for here this afternoon. A special Monday afternoon edition of Ascension Episcopal Blue Gator basketball right here on the ESPN 1420 YouTube streaming channel. Again, your final score, the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators 71 and the Highland Baptist Bears 42. For Brandon Como and Coach Eric Mouton and everybody at Ascension Episcopal, my name is Steve Pelican. Till next time, so long everybody. You are listening to the ESPN 1420 YouTube streaming channel.